So welcome to our new moon circle, the first one of this year. It's really exciting to have a new moon so close to the new year, right? It was yesterday, I believe. Yeah, today's the 3rd. So the new moon that happened yesterday is in Capricorn. A lot of times when we start a new year, the new moon will be in Aquarius. So this is a little bit different. It kind of sets the tone for this year, which is really like Capricorn energy is very like career oriented. We call it like the boss of the astrology sign. So a little bit more about it, but for some of the new faces here, basically what a new moon is it's the start of a lunar calendar. It's the first phase of this moon cycle. And it's when the moon is between the earth and the sun, so we don't see it in the sky. It's going to be a dark night. And this is really the beginning of a new personal cycle. So when we work with the new moon, we are using it to turn over a new leaf, start new projects, manifest our goals, right? And it's awesome that it correlates the new year, because a lot of times people will do New Year's resolutions. And now we have like this extra oomph and astrological like power behind our New Year's resolutions. So today we are going to participate in a new moon circle. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to talk a little bit about the astrology of what's going on in the stars right now. We'll go through the horoscopes for this new moon. We will talk about a couple of action steps. We'll pull a tarot card. And then we'll do a little bit of journaling. If anyone wants to share, they can share. And then we'll just have a short closing meditation. So what you're going to need, if you don't already have it, is a journal or a piece of paper, something that you can write on, something to write with. Any crystals that you might want to work with right now. Some really good ones are red jasper, peridot, moonstone, or carnelian. Those are very Capricorn-esque crystals. If you don't have any, that's okay. And then of course, any sage, candles, incense, whatever floats your boat in that sense to help you like set the mood, give yourself a nice little space. So I'll give you guys a couple of minutes, or like a minute, to kind of get your stuff together if you don't already have it. While you guys are doing that, I'm just lighting a little bit of sage here to kind of cleanse the air. And before we get started, it's just nice to collectively take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep breath out. So we'll do that in a second. All right. Okay. So if everyone can just close their eyes for a sec and kind of get yourself into a comfortable position. And we're just going to take a nice deep breath in through our nose, and then we're going to release it out through our mouth. You can hold it at the top for a sec, and then just release out. When you release, have that audible sigh, kind of, shake out your shoulders if you need to, get yourself comfortable and relaxed. Okay. So for this new moon in Capricorn, it was yesterday at 1:33 p.m. Eastern time. And this new moon now more than ever represents these like new beginnings and these intentions that we're going to be setting, because it's so close to the new year. And the themes for this new moon include growth, success, leadership, building integrity, setting some good boundaries, owning kind of like your independent side, like being like your own boss is really like the energy that kind of comes through right now, as well as like committing to the work that we feel connected to. So Capricorns are very like, I always think of like career. That's the word that comes out for me, is like Capricorns are really in tune with their career and their purpose and like jobs, and not only just making money, but making money from a place of just like really enjoying what they do and feeling very connected to it. So I think with this new year, especially this new moon coming up in Capricorn, we're all kind of being called to feel connected to the work that we're doing. And this sets the tone for 2022, right? Encouraging us to take some action steps, get pretty organized, look at the long-term vision, look at the long-term goals here, and putting career and also family at the forefront. There is also Venus and Pluto right now in Capricorn. So this brings like values into question. And what this is kind of asking us to consider are like, what do we value the most, right? Like, are we valuing money? Are we valuing family time? Are we valuing experiences? Like, what do we value the most right now? And what brings us pleasure? And what do we need to change about our love and our money mindsets? So what things, like maybe we've always thought, you know, we're not worthy of love, or you've always just felt like, oh, I'm not meant to have like the career that I've always wanted. I'm just kind of coasting through this career that's like, but it's making me money and I'm just stable. Like really looking at those things that we've kind of told ourselves, these stories that we've put ourselves in, and seeing where we can make a little bit of change so that we can actually live the most like abundant, happy version of our lives. Uranus is also working with this new moon, and this is a big proponent of change here. So really show us like where we can embrace all the changes that happened. I know 2020 and 2021 were very expansive. There's a lot of changes for a lot of people. So kind of looking at, you know, what has changed and expecting some new ideas, maybe even like changes of heart to come up. Maybe there's things you always thought you were, you know, you're passionate about, and now you're kind of just feeling like, you know, this maybe isn't the right one for me. So really use this time to connect with your intuition and start to develop this healthy relationship with change, because we are still going to see some changes coming up. Capricorn energy is especially helpful for work and financial related intentions. So if you've been wanting to boost your career path or wanting to change jobs, now is a really good moon to work with in order to do that. And Capricorn teaches us that boundaries and rules can actually offer us freedom, right? So with this like Capricorn energy, like it's that boss energy, and boss energy is very much like you have like your way to do things. You want to get it done, you want it to be right. And this kind of is teaching us too that that's not necessarily a bad thing. Putting little bits of restrictions or having those healthy boundaries can actually allow us to be free from worry, right? It allows us to connect with what matters most to us, because we're not putting our attention on the little things that maybe are kind of a little bit sporadic and that we're not really able to control. This gives us a place to put our things nice and neatly, right? And it's really a good time to bring order into our lives. It's a really good time to make plans for the future and looking at more long-term success, more action steps. How, you know, if this is our end goal, what are the steps to get us there? Not just saying like, oh, this is what I want, like we'll just wing it. No, this is the time to like really put step after step after step in to get what we want. And it's a good time to tune into your patterns and notice maybe where you've outgrown some patterns, right? So really looking at what ways was 2020 and 2021 expansive for you. Maybe things that are familiar don't necessarily feel comfortable anymore. Notice where your shape has changed and things no longer seem to fit, and just be okay with that, right? If things don't fit anymore, if you feel uncomfortable doing things that you loved in the past, that's okay. It's time to step into this newer version of yourself and not feel upset or ashamed or anything like that for having, you know, changed and grown. And then lastly, is there anything that you wanting to do, maybe given up on, or any big dreams that the last 2 years kind of put on hold for you? Now is really a good time to revisit these ideas and start to make plans so that they can be successful, because the last 2 years I think put a lot of stuff on hold for everyone. And I know we're seeing, you know, an uprise in COVID again, which seems like a little bit counterintuitive energy, but this year, especially with like this new moon in Capricorn, we really will be able to make our goals happen as long as we develop those action steps to get there. So for the horoscopes, I always say check your sun and your rising sign. Your rising is also called your ascendant. If you don't know it, you can put in your birth time, your birth date, and your birthplace into an online horoscope or astrology calculator. So if you need to do that, you can do that now. That's fine. But it's always good to check both. So for Aries, this new moon is really focusing on your career. And it's a good time if you wanted to change careers or maybe initiate some like bigger projects or kind of just like working your way up that corporate ladder if that's something that's important to you, or even starting a whole new business if you wanted to be an entrepreneur. Now is a really good time to do that. And you should also pay attention to the people that you meet and that you start networking with, because they're going to be able to help you achieve your goals. And it's a really good idea to start putting yourself around people that either have what you want so that they can give you pointers on how to get there, or people that you're going to need. For example, if you want to start a new business, maybe connecting with someone who is an entrepreneur so they can give you some guidance. For Taurus, adventure is being highlighted. So this is exciting stuff for you guys. Encouraging you to really branch out, broaden your horizons, a good time to go on a trip. If you can't go anywhere, then maybe even just taking a class or watching like a documentary on something that you've always wanted to learn or know about or go. You can even try something new, like maybe trying, if you have the opportunity to try new foods from different cultures. That's always a great way to kind of bring adventure into your life. But this year is all about learning new things. Learning new things and expanding your experience. Geminis are all about getting in touch with their intuition. This new moon is encouraging you to get very clear on what you want to manifest this year. And it's asking you to tap into your magic, because this is that like energy of just authenticity and really showing you that you have the strength to be able to accomplish anything that the new that you want to accomplish. And this new moon is giving you that like extra energy to go forth and do that. Very Capricorn-esque, right? Like setting your thoughts on something and then achieving it. So that's kind of what this moon is all about for Geminis right now. For Cancer, we've got romance and relationships coming up. So if you're in a relationship, you can expect some conversations about long-term plans, maybe more commitment, not necessarily saying like marriage, but just, what are your plans for the future? Maybe it could look like moving in together. Maybe it could look like going on a trip together, who knows, but more like long-term type of plans. Or if you're not in a relationship right now and you're single, then kind of pay attention to the people that you meet over the next few days. It's important to take things slow. You don't need to just dive headfirst into a relationship with the next person, that strikes a conversation with you, but looking at opportunities that are out there, kind of staying open to things. Maybe someone in your life you never thought of romantically starts to show you that they could be a really good partner for you. So just paying attention to that. For Leo, you guys are being encouraged to get on top of your routines, especially related to your health and your wellness goals. It's a really good time to start like any type of new exercise program, maybe joining a gym, that cliche January 1st, I'm joining the gym kind of thing. But that's what's important for you right now. It could be a good idea to maybe join a fitness group, whether it's like a weekly spin class or maybe a yoga class, but really setting up routines that are going to help keep you feeling your best. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm yawning. But routines to help you feel your best. And this could also look like, if you're not super into being physically active, it could also look like your nutrition, or maybe even just like a journaling routine or some meditation or some breath work, things like that. Virgo is all about play. So this is a really good time to go out, have some fun, look into your passions, and embrace your creativity. If there's any hobbies, maybe it's knitting, maybe it's painting, maybe it's singing, dancing, whatever it is, take advantage of those right now, bring them into your life, really explore all of these things that brought you any type of joy, maybe even if it was when you were really young, because that's going to help with this inner child healing as well. Allow yourself to let loose, do the things that you used to really enjoy, and just have fun with it. We have Libras are focusing on the home, family, and comfort. So when we talk about home and family, we also talk about like the physical space and like that comfort aspect of literally being comfortable in your home. So maybe it's like buying a new soft blanket, or maybe it's just like creating a space that's yours that you can go and meditate in, connecting with family, and being able to have those like intimate conversations where you just feel so much love from someone else, or being able to give lots of love to someone else. But you might feel extra compelled to go within, going inward, really spending some time kind of assessing your family relationships, your family dynamics. Especially after the holidays, you always have like lots of family coming up, lots of time to spend with others. It's a really good time for Libras right now to kind of just take a step back, get comfy on your couch, maybe watch a good movie, and really connecting with people that make you feel good, and kind of taking a step back from any type of anxious relationships. Scorpio, this is encouraging you to share your message, really use your voice. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's teaching, maybe it's social media posts, maybe it's singing, whatever it is for you, being able to communicate and get your word out there. So with this, seeing as it's a new moon and there really is like, we're pushing for that new year resolution, like all those types of things for Scorpios right now, it would be a good idea to write down your intentions, maybe even speaking them to others. I know a lot of times you don't want to always like share your intention because you're kind of keeping it private, and that's okay. But if it feels good for you, it'd be a really good opportunity to use this new moon in Capricorn to kind of get your resolutions out there, your voice out there. Sorry, I couldn't remember what I was going to say. And then for Sagittarius, we've got values, money, and worthiness. So this is looking at, what are your financial goals? How can you reassess what you value, what you feel like you are worthy of? Really looking at that. You may even get some type of like bonus or new stream of income right now. That would be ideal during this new moon. So it's important to stay open to opportunities, right? You might be offered a really random part-time gig to help your friends work on something, and you never know. But just paying attention to like where money could be coming into your life and being open to those opportunities as well. And then we have Capricorn, which new year, new you, 100%. That is the theme for Capricorns right now. It's a new moon in your sign. It's a new year. It's really just trying to tune into your most authentic version of yourself, letting go of anything that's no longer serving you, even if you feel like it was a big part of who you were. If it's not making you your best self, let it go. Your ability to manifest your dreams, right? Manifest the life you want is at an all-time high. Get in touch with that. Really follow through with the action and the determination that you're used to using in order to be able to get your goals. Aquarius is similar to Libra, where it's a little bit more time to slow down, kind of focus on some healing, really taking the time to relax, reflect on what you've learned throughout the past couple of years, and get in touch with your inner self. Spend some time recharging. Don't feel pressured to go out, meet a ton of people. This new moon is more inward healing for you. And then for Pisces, our last sign is all about community and connections. So really like spend time with those with people in your neighborhood, maybe volunteering if you can, looking at any type of new friendships or communities. You should be welcomed with open arms right now. That's like according to the stars. Whatever you want to do, whether it's like join a yoga group or maybe join a knitting club or volunteer here, you should feel very welcomed doing whatever passions you have. And it's also a really good time to network and boost your presence on social media if you're on there. That way, you know, you're going to be received really well. Your message will be very clear right now. So it's a good time to kind of put yourself out there to network with others. Okay, so that was it for the horoscopes. And now we just have some actions to take. So with this new moon, I always encourage you guys to not only, you know, do this new moon circle, but once we're off of here, being able to take these little action steps in your own daily life to get the most out of this energy. So the first one is to plan, because Capricorns really are this like boss energy. They spend time, you know, working out all the kinks, running a successful business, that kind of stuff. So using this new moon to get yourself organized, plan how you're going to be successful, really like focus on those action steps. What needs to happen? What do you need to do? Maybe where do you need to delegate some actions to others in order for you to achieve your goals? And just getting really clear on the goals that you want to accomplish. So writing out maybe like a little action step plan, and then what can you do every day? What is, you know, if you want to lose weight or something, maybe every day you decide that you're going to go for a walk, and then the walk turns into a run, and the run turns into a workout class or whatever it is to help you achieve your goals, right? So making sure you write out those action steps. Next is to set boundaries, because we talked about this a little bit, but really like where can you set those boundaries to make life go a lot smoother? If you really don't want to have, I don't even know a good example, family members coming over for dinner, then just say, you know what, if you guys want to do dinner together, I'll meet you at this restaurant, we'll do dinner there, but I don't want to have to, you know, worry about the cooking, worry about the cleaning, all that kind of stuff. So really being very clear on like setting boundaries so that you have the freedom to enjoy life without having those like stressors or anxiety or just getting super overwhelmed, things like that. And then lastly is to reflect, because we still have Venus in retrograde and we're going to have an upcoming Mercury retrograde. So, and these are all happening in the sign of Capricorn. So right now is a really good time to reflect on not only how we communicate, but how we love, how we spend our free time, really how like we kind of go about our lives. Feel free to unmute yourself, put in the chat. Maybe if you just want to share, whether it's like the feeling that you want to bring into 2022, or maybe one of the big things that you wanted to manifest, or something that you've learned. I always encourage sharing what you want to manifest, or at least a little portion of it, because with all of the energy of everyone in this circle, we can help you to manifest that as well. Of course, if you really don't feel comfortable, that's fine. But if you would like to, feel free to unmute yourself or put it in the chat. No. Oh. Okay. Okay, so if no one wants to share, that's fine. We are going to end with just a little bit of a meditation. So if you can get into a comfortable position, whether it's seated or lying down, I would like for everyone to put their hands face up, whether their palms facing up, whether it's on your lap or laying down next to you. That way you can really we're calling in this energy of this new moon, right? We're trying to embrace this energy. So just being open to receive. And as you get comfortable, you can close your eyes and begin to turn your focus on your breathing. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your nose. Focus on how it feels, feeling the breath going in through your nose, the sensations. Feeling your chest and your belly rise and fall as you breathe. If any other thoughts pop into your head, that's fine. Just acknowledge them, let them go, and keep focusing on your breathing. Try to focus your gaze on your mind's eye, going inward. That space between your eyes, kind of in the center of your forehead. Focus your gaze there. And as you continue to breathe and relax deeper into this meditation, picture that one big thing that you wanted for this year. Whether it was a high-paying job, a loving relationship, a new home, a new car, maybe even a vacation you've always wanted to take. Start to really picture it in your head. What does it look like? Visualize it in your mind's eye until you have a very clear picture of what you want. If it's a house, how many bedrooms? What color is it? What town is it located in? If it's a job, what does your office look like? Your desk? What do you have to wear to your job? If it's a relationship, what does that other person look like? What qualities do they need to have? Focus on all the little details. Now that you've pictured what you want, start to feel what it would feel like to have that thing. What emotions will it bring you? Do you feel secure? Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel joy? Maybe a little bit nervous or excited? Maybe a smile comes across your face. What does daily life look and feel like with this thing? As you feel what it feels like, I want you to just turn a little bit inwards and express some gratitude. Give thanks to the universe for this thing that's coming to you, that you want to manifest, that's on its way into your life. And just embody those feelings of gratitude for knowing that this thing is on its way. that it's coming to you, it's yours. Now you can tap into your heart center. I like placing one hand on my heart, one hand on my belly. You can do both hands on your heart. And just giving yourself a little bit of gratitude for showing up here, participating in this new moon circle, putting out all that positive energy to those around you and everyone in this space, helping them achieve what they want, even if we don't know what it is, just putting it out there that everyone in this space is getting what they want. It's coming to them. The universe has got it and it's on its way. And when you're ready, you can just open your eyes. And I just want to say thank you all so much for being here. And I hope that you go about your day in this state of gratitude and peace, and knowing that everything that you want is on its way. If you guys have any questions or if you want to share anything, feel free to write it in the chat or unmute yourself. And I'm very excited for you guys in this new year. Yay. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Dana. Thank you everyone for coming, and thanks for sticking with us with a little bit of the technical stuff. Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Dana, as always.
Of course. I hope everyone has a good rest of their week, a good start to their year, all the good stuff.
Absolutely, you too. And I hope everyone stays safe out there. You and your families, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks.
Bye, guys.
Bye.